All right, today we are diving deep into the world of advanced manufacturing, and we're going to answer a pretty wild question. How can a total beginner learn to work with a sophisticated collaborative robot, a cobot, in just one day? Let's figure it out.
I mean, that sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? Going from knowing absolutely nothing to confidently running a complex robot in, what, a few hours? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to break down a real, super intensive, one-day training schedule to see how it's done.
Okay, first things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. We're talking about a cobot. Now, this is not your typical movie robot. You know the giant ones locked away in a big metal cage? A cobot is completely different. It's designed from the ground up to be a partner, to work right alongside a person safely and efficiently.
So, to really understand how this incredible transformation is even possible, we're going to follow a trainee's journey, step by step, through this one-day crash course. Think of this as our roadmap from total beginner to, well, a real operator. And here's the schedule. And let me tell you, it is a sprint. The day starts with simulation, then jumps to the control interfaces, and after that, it's full speed ahead into programming and actual hands-on practice. The key thing to see here, every single piece builds directly on the last one. It's all connected.
All right, so the morning session. This is all about learning the lingo, getting comfortable with the tools and the language of the machine. It's all about building that solid foundation before you even lay a finger on the actual robot.
So, at 9:30 a.m., you'd think they'd roll out the robot, right? Nope. The day actually starts with a computer. Trainees get the lowdown on the basic concepts, and then they dive straight into a simulation. And this is so important. It's like a video game, a safe, virtual sandbox where you can mess up, learn the cobot's moves and its limits, all without any real-world risk.
Okay, next up, trainees meet their first key piece of gear, the HMI. That stands for Human-Machine Interface. The easiest way to get your head around the HMI is to think of it like the dashboard of your car. It's the screen where you see what the cobot is doing, check for any problems, and give it some simple commands. It's basically the public face of the whole operation.
But, behind that friendly dashboard is the real muscle, the PLC, or Programmable Logic Controller. This thing is the industrial strength computer that's actually running the entire show. And here's why that matters. If the HMI is the dashboard, the PLC is the engine. It's the absolute source of truth. Trainees learn to check the PLC's status because it tells you exactly what commands the robot is getting, no matter what the pretty screen might be showing you.
All right, to finish off the morning, trainees finally get their hands on the manual teaching pendant. And honestly, this is where it gets really cool. This is their first time getting direct physical control. We're talking literally guiding the robot's arm with their own hands. They're moving beyond the screen and into the real world.
So the morning was all about learning the what and the why. The afternoon? Well, that's all about the how. This is where all that theory and foundational knowledge really gets put to the test.
And this slide just perfectly sums up the two totally different ways you learn to control this thing. On one side, you've got the teaching pendant. It's totally intuitive, it's physical. You just grab the controller and you guide the robot arm exactly where you want it to go. But on the other side, you've got coding in Python. This is more abstract, but it's incredibly precise and powerful. It lets you create these complex, repeatable tasks. And the amazing part? Trainees learn to master both.
Now, the way they teach programming is super smart, and most importantly, super safe. It's a simple three-step process. First, you write your program in Python. Then, step 2, you test it out in that same simulation, that virtual sandbox from the morning, to catch any mistakes. And only when you are absolutely sure it works perfectly do you move to step 3, running the program on the actual cobot. This whole code, test, execute cycle is just fundamental to working safely and getting things done right.
And that brings us to the grand finale of the whole day. That final hour is where everything, and I mean everything, comes together. Trainees are using the HMI, they're using the pendant, they're using their new coding skills, all at once to solve problems and get real tasks done. It's where every single thing they've learned clicks into place.
So, okay, after this whirlwind of a day, what does someone actually walk away with? You've got to remember, it's a huge amount of practical, hands-on skill, and it's all packed into just a few hours.
Look, this isn't just a random list of stuff they learned. It's a complete toolkit for an operator. Just think about it for a second. They've learned about safety, how to read the PLC, how to physically move the robot with the pendant, and how to give it complex instructions with code. We're talking about a total transformation, from someone just watching from the sidelines to someone who is an active, capable part of the process.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? In just 8 hours, a trainee is transformed from a curious observer into a capable operator. That really is the headline here. The entire day is built for that one purpose, transformation. It takes a person with absolutely zero experience with robots and, just by following a logical step-by-step process, turns them into a confident, capable Cobot operator.
And all of this really leads to one big, fascinating question for all of us. If pretty much anyone can become a competent Cobot operator in a single day, what does that really mean for the future of how we work? I mean, when the barrier to entry for humans and robots working together gets this low, what new doors does that open up? What new possibilities are now on the table? That right there is the frontier we are looking at right now.